There once was a kingdom hidden in the north, a quiet place of snow-covered trees and shimmering lakes. This kingdom was called Arendelle. And in its tall stone castle lived a royal family with a beautiful secret. On a crisp winter night, the Queen of Arendelle gave birth to a baby girl with silver blonde hair and bright blue eyes. They named her Elsa. At first, no one noticed anything unusual about the princess, not until, on her third birthday, snowflakes began to drift from her tiny fingers. A cup of warm tea froze the moment she touched it. A small giggle turned the carpet white. Her powers were a mystery, magical, beautiful, and unpredictable. But Elsa was not alone. Only a few years later, her parents welcomed a second daughter, Anna. From the moment Anna could walk, she followed Elsa everywhere. The two were inseparable, laughing, playing, dreaming together from sunrise to starlight. Their favorite time was early morning, when the castle was still asleep. Elsa would sneak into Anna's room, whisper, "Do you want to build a snowman?" and the day would begin with magic. They slid through frozen halls, built snow forts that touched the ceiling, and gave life to their favorite creation, a joyful snowman named Olaf. "Hi. I'm Olaf. I like warm hugs." Anna would giggle and hug him every time. It was a perfect childhood. Until it wasn't. One night, the girls were playing as always. Elsa had created a snowy wonderland in the grand ballroom. Anna leapt from snowbank to snowbank, laughing and shouting, "Higher! Faster!" Elsa beamed, spinning flurries around her sister. But then, it happened. Anna slipped. Elsa reached out, too fast, her hand sparkled with blue light, and a blast of cold struck Anna in the head. Anna collapsed. Everything fell silent. Their parents came running. Elsa stood frozen in place, tears falling. "We need help," said the king. They wrapped Anna in blankets and rode under moonlight through the forest, past frozen rivers and snowy cliffs, to a hidden valley surrounded by stone, the Valley of the Living Rock. There lived the trolls, ancient magical beings who watched over the world quietly. The troll chief, a wise being with mossy hair and crystal eyes, examined Anna carefully. "She is lucky," he said. The ice touched her mind, not her heart. "We can help." And so they did. Anna woke up safe, but all her memories of Elsa's magic were gone. To her, it had all been ordinary snow. But for Elsa, nothing felt ordinary again. From that day forward, the castle changed. The king and queen decided that Elsa's powers must be hidden. "Conceal it," her father told her gently. "Don't feel it. Don't let it show." Elsa was given gloves. She stopped playing. She stopped touching. She stopped smiling. Anna knocked on her door every day. "Elsa? Do you want to build a snowman?" But Elsa stayed silent. She was terrified of hurting her sister again. And Anna, without understanding why, grew lonelier and lonelier. Time passed. The seasons turned. Anna grew adventurous and curious, spending hours in the empty halls, inventing stories and talking to portraits. Elsa stayed alone. Every year, her powers grew stronger. Sometimes she'd wake up to find her room covered in frost. Other times, a single emotion, fear, anger, sadness, would crack the walls with ice. But she never told anyone. The king and queen did their best to help. They brought in tutors, healers, and books on control. Still, Elsa lived with a constant fear. What if I lose control again? asterisk asterisk. Then one terrible day, a storm came. The royal ship left the harbor and never returned. The people mourned. And the two sisters, once so close, now lived in a silent castle full of snow and sorrow. On Elsa's 21st birthday, it was time for her coronation. For the first time in years, the castle gates opened. Nobles, merchants, and royals came from faraway lands. The city filled with color and music. Anna, now a bright young woman, ran joyfully through the crowds, marveling at the faces and flowers. At the ceremony, Elsa stood in the great hall, nervous and trembling. As part of the ritual, she had to remove her gloves and hold the royal orb and scepter with her bare hands. She held her breath. Frost crept onto the metal. But no one saw. She was crowned Queen of Arendelle, and everyone cheered. That night, a royal ball was held. There was dancing and cake and candlelight. And it was there that Anna met a dashing young prince named Hans of the Southern Isles. He was polite, charming, and seemed to share her every thought. By the end of the evening, he asked her to marry him. Anna said yes. But when they rushed to Elsa to share the good news, everything unraveled. Elsa said no. "You can't marry a man you just met," she said, voice rising. Anna pushed back. Words turned to shouting. And in a moment of panic, Elsa's hands flared, and a wall of ice shot across the ballroom floor. People gasped. Some screamed. Elsa ran. As she fled the palace, her footsteps froze the cobblestones. The sea near the harbor turned to ice. The sky grew gray. And Arendelle fell into a deep, sudden winter, in the middle of summer. Far into the North Mountain, Elsa built a palace of pure ice. Its spires reached the clouds, glittering under the moonlight. She tossed her gloves into the wind and sang with joy as she shaped every icy detail. For the first time, she felt free to be who she was. But down in Arendelle, snow blanketed the city. People shivered in their homes. Crops froze. No one could explain what had happened, except Anna. Determined to fix things, Anna set out to find Elsa. She left Hans in charge of the kingdom and rode into the storm. Along the way, she met Kristoff, a mountain man with a reindeer named Sven, and together they braved howling winds, icy cliffs, and magical wolves. They also met Olaf, the living snowman, a silly, sweet creature who only wanted warm hugs. When Anna reached Elsa's ice palace, she begged her sister to come home. But Elsa, still afraid, refused. She didn't know how to stop the winter. "You can't fix this," she cried. "I'm not safe." And in her fear, her magic lashed out again, striking Anna in the heart. Kristoff took Anna to the trolls, hoping they could heal her once more. But the magic was different this time, deeper, colder. "Only an act of true love can thaw a frozen heart," the trolls said. Believing true love's kiss would save her, Anna returned to Hans. But Hans revealed his true plan. He never loved Anna. He only wanted her throne. He left her to freeze. Meanwhile, Elsa had been captured and brought back to the palace in chains. She wept in the dungeon, believing she had destroyed everything, her kingdom, her sister, her own chance at love. But when Elsa escaped and ran into the courtyard, the snow raged all around her. Hans found her. He raised his sword. And just as the blade fell, Anna threw herself in front of her sister, turning to ice in mid-step. Time froze. The storm stopped. Elsa turned to find Anna, frozen, still, silent, like a statue of glass and snow. She collapsed, hugging her sister. "No, please no." And then, the ice began to melt. Anna's hand twitched. Color returned to her cheeks. She had thawed. It was her act of true love, saving Elsa, that had broken the curse. Elsa realized in that moment, love was the answer. Not hiding. Not fear. Not silence. But love. She focused her heart on love, and the eternal winter melted away. Arendelle was warm again. The sky turned blue. Flowers bloomed. The gates of the palace opened, never to close again. From then on, Elsa ruled as a queen with magic and kindness. She made skating rinks for the children. She created snow for summer festivals. She gave Olaf his own little flurry so he'd never melt. And she spent every day with Anna, laughing, playing, and building snowmen like before. Elsa no longer feared who she was. She embraced it. Because the most powerful magic of all was the love between sisters. The end.